It is error alone which needs the support of government. Truth can stand by itself. We never repent of having eaten too little. Our greatest happiness does not depend on the condition of life in which chance has placed us, but is always the result of a good conscience, good health, occupation, and freedom in all just pursuits. The glow of one warm thought is to me worth more than money. Dependence begets subservience, and venality suffocates the germ of virtue, and prepares fit tools for the designs of ambition. He who knows nothing is closer to the truth than he whose mind is filled with falsehoods and errors. Enlighten the people generally, and tyranny and oppressions of body and mind will vanish like evil spirits at the dawn of day. My theory has always been that if we are to dream, the flatteries of hope are as cheap and pleasanter than the gloom of despair. It is incumbent on every generation to pay its own debts as it goes, a principle which, if acted on, would save 1/2 the wars of the world. It is neither wealth nor splendor, but tranquility and occupation, which give you happiness. Merchants have no country. The mere spot they stand on does not constitute so strong an attachment as that from which they draw their gains. To compel a man to furnish funds for the propagation of ideas he disbelieves and abhors is sinful and tyrannical. He who knows best knows how little he knows. The natural progress of things is for liberty to yield, and government to gain ground. I would rather be exposed to the inconveniences attending too much liberty, than those attending too small a degree of it. But friendship is precious, not only in the shade, but in the sunshine of life, and thanks to a benevolent arrangement, the greater part of life is sunshine. When a man assumes a public trust, he should consider himself a public property. Were it left to me to decide whether we should have a government without newspapers, or newspapers without a government, I should not hesitate a moment to prefer the latter. Never spend your money before you have earned it. The man who reads nothing at all is better educated than the man who reads nothing but newspapers. Walking is the best possible exercise. Habituate yourself to walk very far. We hold these truths to be self-evident: that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Peace, commerce, and honest friendship with all nations, entangling alliances with none. How much pain they have cost us, the evils which have never happened. Whenever you do a thing, act as if all the world were watching. Determine never to be idle. No person will have occasion to complain of the want of time who never loses any. It is wonderful how much may be done if we are always doing. One man with courage is a majority. Leave all the afternoon for exercise and recreation, which are as necessary as reading. I will rather say more necessary, because health is worth more than learning. I never considered a difference of opinion in politics, in religion, in philosophy, as cause for withdrawing from a friend. The God who gave us life, gave us liberty at the same time. I tremble for my country when I reflect that God is just, that his justice cannot sleep forever. In matters of style, swim with the current; in matters of principle, stand like a rock. When angry, count to 10 before you speak. If very angry, count to 100. The care of human life and happiness, and not their destruction, is the first and only object of good government. Do you want to know who you are? Don't ask. Act. Action will delineate and define you. Commerce with all nations, alliance with none, should be our motto. Timid men prefer the calm of despotism, to the tempestuous sea of liberty. When we get piled upon one another in large cities, as in Europe, we shall become as corrupt as Europe. If a nation expects to be ignorant and free, in a state of civilization, it expects what never was and never will be. A Bill of Rights is what the people are entitled to against every government, and what no just government should refuse, or rest on inference. Educate and inform the whole mass of the people. They are the only sure alliance for the preservation of our liberty. Nothing gives one person so much advantage over another, as to remain always cool and unruffled, under all circumstances.